Six Nations 2025, folks, is getting underway this very week. It is a very good time to be a rugby fan as Tier 1 Test Match Rugby gets back underway. Who are the favourites? Let's have a look at some of the bookies' odds to see who they are predicting, if you can call bookies' odds a prediction. The likely winners for this year's competition, keeping in mind that bookies' odds are bookies' odds, so to treat them with a bit of a degree of caution. But interestingly, this year, they're not really in consensus, but we'll go through them from bottom to top, and you guys can let us know your thoughts on whether you agree or disagree. Start at the bottom, because Wales last year, Six Nations, finished sixth of the six sides. They are given, if you convert it into a percentage, a 2% chance. We use dollars here in New Zealand, so paying $51 to win the Six Nations. So you put $1 on, you get $51 back if they make it, which is not great. That would probably put Wales in more of the conversation for the spoon than for the trophy, which kind of makes sense. They could just use a win, couldn't they, after a rather long losing run. Italy finished with a pretty decent record in last year's Six Nations, albeit with the kind of final rank of 5th out of 6 sides. Are they given a better chance than Wales? Well, no. Italy is only given a 1% chance, paying $101. So that's 1%. I've taken out the bookies over round for any of you guys who like a flutter, just so it fits into a nice, even 100%. But yes, 1% on the Italians, 2% on the Welsh. Basically, they're saying these two sides are in it between them two for the spoon. Yeah, you might say that because Italy is hosting Wales in this year's Six Nations that these two should be reversed, but if we're looking up in terms of who's going to win it rather than at the bottom end of who's going to be the 6th place side, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Potential dark horse sides, Scottish finish 4th in last year's tournament, which you would say was a bit disappointing, especially seeing as they ended up losing to Italy. They are given a chance of 13%, which is still not fantastic. This probably doesn't take much into account the fact that they recently lost their captain to injury, but may have seen a little bit of money go on some other teams, because remember, the bookies adjust their odds depending on where the money is going. But yeah, paying $7 to win the Six Nations, they're always kind of in that is this our year conversation, and the answer tends to be no. But they certainly have a talented squad, and I for one would like to see them do very well. England, who finished 3rd in last year's competition, who were close in so many of last year's test matches, not just the Six Nations matches, but like especially in their matches against New Zealand, all very competitive, but ended up on the wrong side of a few. Are they given decent odds? Well, they're still kind of in the dark horse category. 17% for England. They've got Ireland first up away from home. Remember, Ireland is without Andy Farrell, as he's going to be preparing for the British and Irish Lions tour. So with Easterby in charge, maybe there's a chance for England to kind of catch Ireland before they are 100% prepared. If they can, then who knows. But if they go on to lose the first one, then it may be something of an uphill battle. But yeah, certainly better odds than what we're seeing for the Scots. Then it's Ireland and France. And I said there's not much consensus between the bookmakers. And it's interesting that the odds have actually changed. So there's certainly been a fair bit of money going on one team in particular. If we look at France, 35% is what the bookies have got. And then if we look at Ireland, 32%. So the bookies, most of them at the moment, actually have France as the favourites. When I looked at the odds only a week or two ago, Ireland were still favourites. But as the tournament has gotten closer, obviously people are chucking some money on the French to win the Six Nations because the odds have shifted. The Irish are paying $2.88 and the French are paying $2.63. Obviously, your mileage will vary depending on which bookmaker you look at, but I even looked at Paddy Power, which is an Irish bookmaker, and they also have France as the favourites. There are a few bookmakers which still have Ireland as the favourites, but there's nothing much between that, 35 and 32. It's pretty much seen as a 2-horse race, with England and Scotland as your kind of dark horses, and then Wales and Italy battling it out for the spoon. What do you guys reckon? Is that pretty much fair? I had a conversation with Graham from the Rugby Forecast algorithm. His algo still had Ireland as the favourite. If you want to check that out, I'll link our conversation there where he broke everything down. And if you think you know your predictions, we have a pool for the Six Nations. It's a Super Brew pool predictions game. You just chuck in your predictions and see how you might go. I won my own pool maybe 3 Six Nations ago, but I've been kind of bombing out in recent times. I thought France would do better last year, and they kind of bombed out after the World Cup. This year, I'm still kind of leaning towards Ireland, so hopefully I'm not a bit of a kind of bad luck charm for Ireland in that, yeah, last year I thought it would be the reverse. So, yes, you guys let us know your thoughts. As I said, we're only a few days away. And Six Nations Full Contact, the second season, is coming out soon. So the Six Nations hype train is going on, even though there's not going to be a season 3. But yeah, it is Six Nations time. You guys let us know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys again soon. See you later.